Crush.
Welcome to Crush Wednesday. It's Richard Turnji, and today we're talking about how to crush your fitness business and then how to sell it for lots of money. Who is joining me today? I'll tell you where I'm at today. I'm at a place called Green Hills Beach. Who's been here before? It's also known for some serious sand dunes. Who's been on these sand dunes down in Wanda Bay area near Cronulla? Let me know. So I'm just going to head to the beach now because I thought this topic is a very controversial topic, but also a topic that a lot of people have been wanting to know about. I've been speaking to a lot of business owners recently, and everybody's saying, Richard, when's the time to sell my business? Should I sell my business? How do I sell my business? Can I sell my business? And why the hell would I want to sell my business? So let me take you down through these, let me find some sand dunes, we can run on. And I saw some people this morning running on this. This is a local beach to me. I am moved over to the south side for those in Sydney. And a lot of the time I like to think down the beach. Who likes to think down the beach? Who likes to create down the beach? Let me know. Hey Michael, good to have you here. We're talking about how to sell your business for lots of money. For those who don't know, I've actually sold 2 businesses. Hey John, I've sold 2 businesses for lots of money. And that's the most important thing, because I think when you actually sell a business, when you work on your business, hey, why don't you sell it? That would be good too. For those who tune in me, guys, we're talking about how to sell your business for lots of money. I'm down here at the beach. I thought it's Hump Day Wednesday, right? So let's do some thinking at the beach. Let's do some creating. And I thought this is a great topic to talk about. I'm at Greens Hill Beach. Perfect day today. There's a lot of people sunbaking today. So who takes Wednesday off? I don't know. I might ask some people, what are they doing on Wednesday? And they're just chilling out. Well, when you sell your business, you certainly have the options of what you want to do. Now, obviously, it's a great idea to build your business around your life. That's obviously the aim that a lot of people do want to do, but very few and far people do that. And so the reason why a lot of people sell their business is because they've had enough. They can't stand anymore. Things are bad in their business, and they just think that's the way out. I remember when I got my very first business. I bought a business when I was 17, nearly 18, 17 and kind of 3/4. I purchased this business. It was an established business, and then I sold it a year and nearly 2 years after. And then I went overseas, worked on cruise liners. So I thought that might be a bit easier than running a business. And then I started a new business. But that very first business, I certainly made a lot of money on it. I made more money on it than I bought it for. But it did teach me a lot of lessons. And I was really proud to sell that business. And then I started a brand new business from scratch, a corporate wellness company. And then I also sold that 2 years later for a lot of money. And that's what I'll talk about today. So then you could decide if you want to lie on the beach on a Wednesday, or you want to do something amazingly again and help some more people and change some more lives. So that's what I'm going to talk about today. All right, so I've got 8 tips I want to get through. For those who are joining me, that's what it's about. Just say yes and comment below if you like beaches. If you like to lie on the beach, just comment below and say, yeah, I like beaches. I like having flexibility in my day. I like having a business that works around me. So, I can't find these sand dunes, by the way. I think they're around there somewhere. So I'm going to try and get back to those. But today I want to focus on 8 points. Should you sell your business? How should you sell your business and what you do? Okay, let's start this, because this is a conversation that I've taught many times before. I actually haven't publicly taught it on any lives in that. So this is the first time I've actually going through some pointers of what you can actually do. So point number 1 is, so these are points around, when you sell your business, what you should do. So basically, just to recap here, if you are going to sell your business, Ian doesn't like the beaches. Ian likes to, Ian, what do you like? If you don't like the beach, do you like the parks? We like Bob, good to have you here. Boris, good to have you here. So if you want to sell your business, I've sold 2 of them. You need to understand why you want to sell them for in the first place for. And the typical reasons why people sell them is bad cash flow. They're sick and tired of it. They're exhausted. They're not sure what to do anymore. They need the cash. And that's generally why we sell a business for. the better reasons to sell a business is because you've run it and you're happy to move ahead and you want to take a big, large sum of cash out because that's pretty much what you worked for, and that's the best way to do it. That's another great way to sell a business. So you want to sell a business for the right reason. So a lot of the time when you're going to go into sell a business, the issue that you're going to have is that your business won't be ready to sell. So what I want to do, I want to teach you how to have your business ready for sale. Now, when your business is ready to sell, guess what? You probably don't want to sell it. Yeah, you probably won't want to sell it, because if your business is ready for a sale, you most likely won't want to sell it because it's working so well. So this is what you got to start to think about. Is it worth selling business? But I always say your business should be ready to sell at any moment, if that's the direction. But saying that as well, is that, it depends how you structure your business, depends if you pull out profit of your business, it depends if you pay yourself a low wage to save tax, all these things. I'm not going to get into that, but what I'm going to get to is what people are looking for when they buy a business. Are you ready, guys? Let's go. Let's start this conversation, and let me show you how to do this. I've successfully sold 2 businesses. I might turn this way, it's actually a bit sunnier. I've successfully sold 2 businesses for a lot of money, and I want to show you exactly how to do it. Now, number one, I've got 8 points going to smash through really fast. Number 1, P&L. You've got to have some P&Ls. Quite frankly, if you want to sell your business for anything decent, you need to make sure that you have your P&L, profit and loss statement, hopefully for 3 years. If you only have a business for 2 years, obviously you've got 2 years. You have a business 1 year. More P&Ls, the better. The more you can extend the sale life cycle that much. So have your P&Ls ready to go. In these P&Ls, what you want to include, you might want to write these down. In your P&Ls, you might want to include your salary. Make sure that you have your salary there. If you haven't paid yourself a salary, a lot of business owners will say, I don't pay myself a salary. I take a drawing. That's fine. You want to add up all the little bits and pieces you draw out of, so you can actually understand what it is that you actually sell. Everybody draws a salary. Even if they don't draw a salary, you might take money out for certain personal items in your business, which is great for tax while you're running a business. When you sell the business, there's your problem. So an owner wants to see how much money you're taking as a salary, because they might want to get in that spot, or they want to see if they get somebody else in to run the business, how much can they afford. So that's the first thing. You need your P&Ls, and you need to show your profit. Profit is probably the most important thing when you go to sell your business. Profit is most the important thing. So you want to show a nice profit, and that's the reason why you got to be clear on your numbers. Very important. If you don't show a profit, you have to show something else, which I'll explain later. So 3 years P&L. Make sure you have your salary in there, whatever that salary is, and make sure that you have your profit in there, whatever that is as well. Those who are tuning in, guys, I'm down at the beach. I thought it's Hump Day Wednesday, so let's take a beach day. Just kidding. When does anybody take a beach day when they run a business? Who knows? Let me know. Okay, number 2. You need to have created systems. You need to create solid systems in your business. If you don't have systems now, it means that you are the business. And that's a big, 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 big problem. So if you're planning on selling your business in 2 months or 6 years or 2 years, first of all, you're not going to sell anything you don't have a system. So I'm talking about a system of how it works, your trading philosophy, staff that you have to get in, what you do every day. And if you don't know what you do, my best advice for you is what you want to be doing. Just grab my shoes here. What you want to be doing is you want to make sure that you write those systems down. The best thing to do is don't get you to write it down, get somebody else to write it down. So they might follow you through for a week and they could write up all your systems for you. That's a great point. Even if you're not selling your business, is just get someone to document your systems down over a week. Like, what time do you get up to work? How do you turn the lights on? What kind of training you do? What music do you play? All those little bits and pieces that you take for granted, that's actually a system. So that's point number 2. Okay, number three, let's keep moving on, is a potential buyer will want to know, this is really important, they're going to want to know where your leads and marketing come from. So if they open the door the next day and they've purchased the business, their biggest question is, am I going to get more business in or not? So you want to make sure that you show them how do you generate your leads. You need to have a spreadsheet where the leads come from, where the marketing comes from. So how much you spend on Google AdWords, Facebook ads, how much time do you personally invest in it, how do you do your social media, all that kind of stuff. So guys, if you're in an Ninja group, you shouldn't have a problem with this. If you're not, and you want some help on marketing, DM me, put in the comments, need help marketing, and we'll be in contact with you. So you need to have that system sorted. So that's the thing you want to focus on: leads, where they're from, how much they cost you, your time. That's point number 3. Number 4 is staff. Big, big, big important one. If you go to sell your business, and let's say you're a personal trainer and you don't have any staff at all, what it means then is that you are the business. Now that's going to be a very hard business to sell. I've got 20% of battery. That's not a good start today, is it? hey Sally, have you done these sand dunes here? I'm down at Cronulla. So if anybody's ran these sand hills, let me know. We should do a sand hill running day, guys. Staff, you need to have some staff. Even if you're a solo-based trainer, you want to have a part-time staff member or something. Because generally speaking, it's going to be very, very hard to sell your business if you're a solo trainer and you have 0, even part-timers working a couple hours. It's going to be really hard to sell because you've got to remember that the business is you. So that's going to be a big point. You want to write down their job roles and job descriptions. Have that ready, okay? That's really important because that's what a potential investor or buyer is going to look at. That's what they're going to look at, making sure what's the staffing, how much the staff costs a week. If, for example, if they're maybe a partner, husband or wife, or business partner, can they replace that staff and how much is that staff paying? So these are things I want to know. Okay, number 5, if you don't have good P&Ls, if you don't have good staff, you've got to have a thing called intellectual property. Why is it that people train with you for? Why do they train? What do they do here? Ian, I'll get to your question in a sec. So what do they do here? What's your intellectual property? So intellectual property is also known as USP. It's also known as what's the thing that you own that nobody else owns? What is that item? What's that most important thing you have in your business that you own that nobody else owns? That's something that's going to be really important. So it could be the way you train. It could be your mind method for you guys. That's a huge part. It could be the training system that you have. It could be the partners that you have. It could be the location that you're in. It could be the intellectual property that you have, that you're the exclusive distributor or exclusive right to something. That's going to be a massive selling piece. Is that when I sold my corporate wellness company, one of those big things that I had is that I had a lot of blue chip companies, and that's how I sold my business. Quite a big part was the blue chip companies. The clients that I had were my intellectual property, and they were very hard to get a hold of. And so my buyers thought, well, if I get these clients here, I could probably upgrade them for other services, and that's what they did as well. So they saw the value in the database and the list and the clients, where that's what they were looking for future potentially earnings and things like that. So that's what's happening there. Guys, if you're just joining me, welcome to Beach Day Wednesday. Here I am, I'm just going through how to sell your business for lots of money. So then you can decide if you want to spend time on the beach lying down on a Wednesday, or if you want to open up a business, or you just want to just do what you want to do. So that's up to you. So that's what it is. Number 5, intellectual property. Make sure you're very clear on that, what is. If you've in an ninja program, or if you've done any marketing, you realize what the USP is. If you're the first, you're the only, you're the biggest, you're the best. That's intellectual property as well, to a degree. Okay, number 6, if you have none of that, equipment and assets are really important. So if you own a gym, you will have a lot of assets here. So equipment, you could have a lot of equipment that you've been working with. You could have spent $1 million equipment or $500,000 equipment or Pilates equipment, anything like that. That is important to list. But you gotta remember that's a depreciating asset. And every year on your tax, that's gonna depreciate. So you gotta be careful with that too. But that's another way to increase the value of your business up, to make more money in the sale. That's really important. So these are kind of like, I would say, the 6 biggest points right here. The 6 biggest points. Your P&Ls, you create your systems, your leads, marketing, where they're coming from, staff, intellectual property, and assets. So that's good. You say that, Richard. But my question is, well, who the hell is going to buy it? Who should I target? That's the big thing. Selling a business is like marketing a business. You've got to now focus on who you actually want to sell it to is the most important thing. So I've got a few suggestions here. This water's starting to creep up, guys. And I've got a few suggestions. Hey, Della, good to have you joining here. And so let me take you through the last part of what I want to talk about today. And the last part I want to talk about today is basically who is going to buy your business. I've got a few different ways you're going to buy your business. A few different ways who you're going to sell your business to, okay? And this is it. So you're going to sell your business, 1, to a great staff member. That's just absolutely amazing. And that's really amazing. They love what you do. That's the best, one of the best. And they might have seen the business grow, and they're honestly sometimes the best people to buy your business. Number 2 is your competition. You might be selling this, you might be selling your business to your competition down the road. And that's the reason why it's really, really important to stay close with the competition, to stay close with industry peers, because you never know when you're going to need them to say, hey, I'm looking at getting out. You're looking at acquiring, it's called acquiring my business. So that's a big one. Always go to industry events. Always know who the people around you are. Go take it for a coffee. Break the ceiling, break the ice. Please, please, please do that. I spent years not talking to my competitors, people around me, But you know what? It doesn't get you anywhere, because when you need them, when you ask a question, they might be your best buyer under your sun, but you're not going to go talk to them. So that's something that obviously you got to do it the right way, but it's a great way to do it. And the third person you're going to sell you to it is somebody that's like looking for an opportunity, and that's your typical person that might be an investor. They've left their corporate job and looking for opportunity. They don't know who you are. I'm just going to take a seat here. They don't know who you are at all, and they have no idea who you are at all. So that's your third person that you're going to sell it to. So your business has to be attracted to those. So what I'm saying here is that all the items that's talked about, you have to understand that those are the people that most likely will buy your small business, okay? So you got to make sure that your collaterals are aimed to these people here. And it's almost like saying, you might think, oh, that part-time staff member doesn't really matter. However, that part-time staff member is really important, because they know, because someone coming into your business fresh doesn't know anything about your business. So you need to identify everything in your business. Now, what you do, that's your bias. And then what you want to do, how are you going to get there? You're going to advertise it. That's the next point. You want to advertise it the right way. So you want to advertise in industry publications. You want to approach a broker, okay? A broker that's actually got a background in health and fitness business wanting to sell, because they will have potential buyers that weren't able to buy other businesses as well. That's really important. And what I would also do is put your own ads out there. There's a business for sale website that's very good, and you can put your own advertisement out there. Always what I like to do is keep it confidentially. So don't actually put your business name, what the business name is, just sort of say the type of business, because it keeps things closed that way. Then your client's going to say, oh, you're selling your business. So it's not good for business if you're saying you're advertising your business. People don't like that. So you got to keep things on the low a little bit, if you know what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Let me just read Ian's comments here. Ian says, most small businesses generally sell for a multiple of owner's return rather than a profit. After a proper return for the owner's effort, they often don't make a real profit. Do you agree? Yeah, I agree with Ian. And that's why, that is why, guys, if you're taking money out of your business, you know, car allowance, and you're paying your home loan or your rent through there, whatever you're doing, right? That's great for tax. And that's why I'm saying that you've got to show what you're actually taking out in your business. And it's really important, you know, the first part of any successful business is to make sure you draw, you call it a wage, or you can call it a drawings, a profit drawings, or an owner's drawings. And that means that even if you have no profit, at least the person that's buying your business sees, oh, there's $100,000 of wage there. That's great. And then a lot of the time, I guess the big question nobody's asked yet, is, you know, how can you judge the sale of your business? Like, how much should I sell it for? Well, if you've done all those things that I mentioned, and you've ticked those 6 of those things, your P&Ls, your creating your systems, your leads, your staff, your intellectual property, your equipment, your assets, and you're targeting the right buyer, you should have them. You should maximize your sale price. Maximize your sale price, right? And then a lot of the time you can sell your business for 3 times, you know, the average is 3 times profit. In cases here we don't have profit, sometimes it's 3 times, you know, owner's earnings. That's another way too. If you're in more of a tech IP biz online kind of business, sometimes can go as high as 10 to 20 times your profit. Okay, so that's why the hybrid model of online, that also works well too. You just got to understand who that buyer is. And so by the end of the day, you know, as I said, if it's 3 times profit, you're making $100,000 profit, you should be selling for 3 times. But, a lot of the time too, it comes into emotional buying as well. So for example, if you're selling to a person that's been in your gym, they love what you do, that's to a degree emotional buying. They know, let me see them in the sun here. Let me know if you can see me in the sun here. They know that that's going to be, they know there's going to be emotional buying. So they're buying the business because they love what you do. Can't see my face at all, but hopefully you can see me. I'm trying to wrap this up really fast, guys. If this makes sense to you, say, you know, makes sense to me, say hello on the call. You're probably taking a lot of notes here. I want to take these crushes and really want to take them to a new level for you guys to make sure that if you're thinking about it, you know, you got to understand what the pros and cons. Now, the final thing I want to summarize is something that you really want to think about before you make the final decision if you really sell the business for. And this is something really, really, really important. And this is something that could take you down the wrong or right path for years. I've experienced this firsthand. I've had other good friends and business contacts experience this as well. And this is really, really important that you understand this. Okay, it's when you sell your business. My question to you is, why are you wanting to sell your business for? If you answer that question really honestly, it could be like, okay, bad cash flow, or sick of my staff, right? A lot of those answers, a lot of the responses to that can come with fixing your business up. It doesn't actually cost you selling your business. And the second thing is, if I sell my business, what am I actually going to do with myself? Am I going to be sitting here on a beach on a Wednesday, watching some waves come in? And, could I sit here all day long on a Wednesday? I'm not sure. I'd get bored in a few hours, I think. Could I do that? Would I like to go on holidays for 3-4 months? When I come back from holidays and my European holiday for 6 months, or when I come back from living in Thailand for 6 months or 12 months, what am I going to do with myself? Easy question. You need to ask that question honestly, because what's going to happen when you don't have a business, when you don't have a structure, when you don't have your partners, when you don't have your world that you used to, it's you. And so unless you're going to set up the deal where you might work in the company and you're going to set wage, something like that, you're back to square one. So just really think about that, because back to square one in today's marketplace, it's really, you know what it's like with marketing guys and building brand equity and awareness. Like, it's a lot of work. So just be careful when you sell your business. If you haven't sold your business for a lot of millions, that means that you're probably gonna have to keep working somewhere if you're not financially set up. So if you've got a small business and it's turning over, let's say 500,000, and you might be making 20-30% profit, you might sell that business for 100 to 300,000 possibly, and you think, yeah, that's 300k, that's great, good money, put on my home loan or whatever you want to do with it. But is that total freedom for you? Just answer yourself that question. Ian says, we can see you fine, perfect. Okay, so that's really something I want to point on. A friend of mine that I know well, he sold his businesses for a lot of money, and he went through a lot of depression because he actually didn't know what he was doing himself. It took him 4 to 5 years to figure out what his next play was, because he didn't have his world that he knew of. So the summary to this Facebook Live, and if you're watching a replay, say replay, is if you're going to sell your business, do it. But before you sell your business, you know what? You actually have to have a good business to sell. So you're probably going to have to spend between 6 months, at least 6 months to 12 months fixing up your business to sell. I'll say that again. You're going to have to spend at least 6 months fixing up your business ready to sell. And generally when you fix your business up, ready to sell, guess what? It's a pretty good business and you'll want to keep it. So guys, that's me for today. That's me for Crush Wednesday. Any questions, let me know. My screen's getting glary, and that's why, when you see these pictures of people on the beach with their laptop, it's just a picture, because it's very hard to do work on your beach with your laptop because of the glare on the screen, guys. Just I thought I'd let you know that. Guys, this is Crush Wednesday. I hope you've enjoyed this topic. Now, for those who know Cronulla, I think we should, do some sandhills one day. Who's in for some sandhills? Let's meet down here early and let's do some sandhills down here. Guys, let me know what you thought about this topic. Let me know if you've sold your business. Comment below. Let me know if you're thinking about selling your business. And most importantly, if any of those topics, any of those things that I mentioned today resonate with you, take action on them. And let's start making your business the best business ever that you've had. And I honestly believe the reason why people want to sell their business is usually because they want a better lifestyle. They don't want to work so many hours. They don't want to cram themselves in. They want to take more cash home. They want to spend more time with their family. That's generally the reasons. And you can actually do that with your business. You've just got to really think about how you're going to do that and how you're going to plan your diary around your perfect life. How you're going to plan your diary around your perfect life. That's it for me, guys. That's Crush Wednesday. Thank you, Ian, Della, tuning in. Sally, Omid, Michael, John, good to have you here. Good to have you live. Guys, if you are tuning later, let me know where you're tuning in from. That's it for me. I'm going to, I don't know, I might lie down here for a few hours and then realize that I need to do some work. Just kidding. I'm not sure. I could jump in the ocean. But again, guys, if you have a business, you need to get your business working around you. And I'll say that again. And that's going to be the biggest thing. If not, if you want to sell your business, please DM me and give me some advice around that. I've done it twice now. And I can tell you the pros and cons of both. For those ninjas who are joining us today, that's great for you guys. We can chat about that more. If not, guys, all I want you to do, if you are watching this, just tag in a friend that might be going through these kind of thoughts and just tag me to say, hey, this video might help you. That's all I ask. If this video, and that's all you have to do. Otherwise, Have an amazing Wednesday. Go out and crush Wednesday. Make Wednesday the best Wednesday ever. Fix the items in your business that you think are bringing you stress. Solve those and you most likely will have an amazing business. Bye for now, guys. Catch you next time.
Crush.